Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Poetry of Justice show with JackieRay Phillips. And we air on YouTube, guys. And as you know, here on the Poetry of Justice show, this is where social consciousness meets the arts. And what we do is we select topics that spark the interest and awareness of social diversity, ranging from arts, entertainment, and social justice at large. So, here we are. Here's our introduction. So today we're going to be talking about true crime story Escape at Dannemora, but that's coming down the pike yet. But I want to go ahead and have our panel introduce themselves. So, Lori G, the Benefactor, how about you to go for it?
I'm so excited. Hello, everybody. This is going to be a great show tonight. Definitely. We're going to have a chance to really dive into some true crime, which I'm going to bounce it to my girl, Sheli C, to say hello. She's our true crime expert that we have with us tonight.
Hello, everybody. I'm so excited because this is my favorite subject. I love true crime, especially true crime with a little bit of murder in it. I mean, murder and mocktails.
That is true.
We can always do that.
We're supposed to do cults and
Always.
cognac. Remember that?
Right.
somehow?
I can't wait to do cults and
I'd love to
cognac.
come to that.
Cults and
We're going to
cognac.
invite you to that one because
love
we
to do
have Jackie 2.0 crime scene investigation here. So we need you to come back for that.
I will be there.
All right.
Hi, everyone. My name is Miko. I'm Jackie's daughter. I love true crime. It's just a good time. I watch this all the time, even at work. I don't care. Anytime, anywhere, true crime is where I'm at.
Well, but before we hop into the true crime,
Yes.
the POJ show, we spent some time with the tea. We get to get down. So I
We
think what a
always
better
do.
way to kick off our return back
Mhm.
Right.
after being away for just a bit with some tea time.
Yes,
That's lovely.
Shelley
And Sheli C's our
with
expert.
the tea. Shelley C is always with the tea.
Always
now.
with the tea.
Where do we start? Where do we start? There's
Exactly.
just so much. I'm just so sure you guys know. Where do we start? Where do we start? Should we start with Nicole Murphy? Like,
Girl.
girl.
Nicole
What?
Murphy, what's going on there? Okay.
Girl,
What tea is
Nicole
there?
Murphy. Now,
Mhm.
first of all, everything I heard is actually on social media. It's already out there.
Right.
And this right here comes from the horse's mouth. So you
What?
know Nicole, since she's been divorced from Eddie Murphy, she's kind of been wandering, you know.
Right.
I hear she was wandering during that time too, but you didn't hear that from me.
Right.
So
She's not one to
she's been
gossip.
wandering a little bit. First, she was seen in, and we talked about this on a previous show where she was seen with Antoine Fuqua. He is the director,
Yes.
which is he's married to Leela Rashawn.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so she
Training
was
day.
seen in Italy, another country, kissing Antoine Fuqua, who happens to be married to Leela Rashawn.
Wow.
Okay, but she said they're just friends. They're just friends, right?
Right, you kiss your fans these days.
But
Nice.
girl, the latest.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. So the latest is she used to mess with Lisa Ray. Remember Lisa Ray
Right.
from
Players
Yeah,
Club.
Players Club?
Lisa Ray.
Lisa.
Mhm.
Okay. She married the man that
Turks and
runs
Caicos
Turks
dude.
She's a
and,
Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos
Mhm.
dude. Why? She was on a show and she just basically gave it up and she just said that Nicole Murphy was messing with her dude. Yeah.
The Turks and
I thought it
Caicos
was
guy.
Roxy.
The Turks and Caicos
From
guy.
BT. I thought it was BT Roxy who did that. Wow.
What?
But Nicole Murphy too.
No, wait a minute. So Lisa Ray was like, okay, we friends or whatever. So, at the time that she had her bridal shower before she married the Turks and Caicos dude, right? Her mother was like, you got to watch that one over there. She was like, who? Nicole Murphy? Why? She's married to Eddie Murphy. Why would I have to watch her? She said, lo and behold, she should have listened to her mother.
Wow.
Because why?
Allegedly.
Why she got caught by Lisa Ray with Lisa Ray's husband.
Oh, wow.
And Lisa Ray got receipts.
The
Okay.
current husband?
Well, he's no longer a current.
Yeah, right.
She's divorced him, but she was just saying how
Wow,
she thought
back
that was
then.
her friend.
Oh.
And now she's got receipts. She said she was like,
Evidence.
yeah, she got receipts. She said she looked at the video and she was like, okay, because there's a manifest. Every time
Right.
somebody flies, you have to have a list of people who's flying on that plane, just in
Of
case
course.
something happened, right?
Right.
So she looking down the list and she was like, why Nicole Murphy, my girl on here,
Mm.
and my husband on here, but I'm not.
Wow. Right. She should be on there.
Right?
Right. One would think.
So then she
What
just
happened to the girl code?
that's
what
the
happened
thing.
to that?
That's the thing. I don't understand that.
I
Of
think
all
you
the
gotta
men in the
have good
world.
friends.
As
These
beautiful.
girls aren't getting good friends.
No.
They're not having them.
But what about the guy? Come on.
Niggas don't care.
Well, it's easy. It's easy. It's fast. The gal is
accessible.
right there. Right.
Dudes do not care. Unfortunately, they don't care. They're gonna do what they actually feel like it's more fun. You know, we were watching this show called Caught in the Act. This one girl was sleeping with a
Love
set
that
of
show.
twins.
Tammy Roman.
She's a twin sister herself,
Girl. remember
and
that
she
one?
was dating a twin brother.
Yep.
And she slept with his twin brother.
Yeah.
They
Right,
don't care.
Right.
As a brother,
Right,
why
like
would
a
you do that
brother.
to your brother?
Right.
These niggas don't care.
Right.
Your brother.
Your own brother. Your own twin brother at
Your
that.
twin brother.
So I'm saying, so girl code. Some
code
girls don't
doesn't
have
exist.
it. Some girls don't have that.
Some girls don't have
It's
it.
really like, are you born with it or not? That's how I feel. I feel
think
like
you're
girl code
absolutely
is
right.
DNA coded.
I think you are
Yeah,
absolutely
especially
right.
if you have a sister. If you have sisters, you're a very girl code type of girl.
Well, all I can say where I come from, that's the grounds for a fucking beat down.
Yeah, it should
I'm
be.
sorry, excuse me, should I say that?
Yeah, why not? It should be. Yeah.
That's grounds for whoop your ass.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
That's out of pocket for
Mhm.
sure.
Whoop
That's
your
out.
ass.
So, okay, so she goes off with the husband.
Right.
Has the
Right.
affair. But are they still interfacing?
Yes, so she
Nicole
called her.
and-
She was
and
just
Lisa Ray
like,
are
"What's
still-
up? I seen you on the manifest." This is coming from Lisa Ray's mouth. She said, "What?" She called Nicole and said, "What's up? I seen you on the roster." She said, "Have you ever been to Turkey Castle?" She said, "No, I've never been to Turkey Castle." She said, "Well, how come I see you on the roster with my husband?" And then she said, Nicole hung up.
Oh.
Oh,
And then when she tried to get a hold of her again,
couldn't.
She wouldn't.
she blocked
Mhm.
her.
Oh.
I
She
would
blocked-
have blocked her too.
But see,
I
then you
would've
got to
clearly
stand
blocked
on
her.
10 toes at that point.
I'm trying to talk
That's
to
why I
you.
don't like that.
That's why she just blocked
You
her. Like, I can't talk
no,
to you right
but
now.
you have to
No.
eat that. You have to
Right.
be like, yeah, that was me. I was
Yeah.
on that manifest.
Hey, there you go. See, that's the
Period.
kind of friend I need.
Yeah.
But
See,
But
on
if
the
you,
low,
if you've
just
got
because
that much
you're on a manifest,
integrity,
there could have been a
would
mistake.
would you really even
Somebody
sleep with
could
somebody's
have,
husband?
That's true, Lori. Low down. You're right. You're right.
Photoshopped it.
no,
The manifest.
no. So then Lisa Ray calls up Michael Strahan, who she was dating
At the time, remember she dated that guy.
She dated him for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And she said, "I got a video for you."
Oh.
She
And
got
she-
a video of her?
Yeah, because at the hangar,
Recording.
there's a video recording of her and the man getting on the plane. So she was like, "I got a video to show you." So, okay, since your girl won't talk to me, I got something for you. I'm going to call your man. That's what.
She said, "I'm not gonna.
That's
I'm not
how
gonna
Lisa
leave it
Ray
there."
get down. That's how
And
Lisa Ray
knew.
get
Yeah,
down.
she's not gonna leave it there. She's gonna take it
You
to
know
the next
Lisa
level.
Ray.
Lisa Ray,
Come on
like
now.
she said, she from the south
That's
side of
diamond.
Chicago. She don't give a damn.
She tells us every time.
God bless her.
Wow.
That's diamond.
That is diamond.
That is diamond.
That
She don't
was
play
diamond.
that. You
She
know diamond
don't.
don't play that.
No,
She will pull a
diamond.
pistol on your ass. in a
Exactly.
Heart
Exactly.
beat.
So
Why
you,
not?
I'm like Miko. If you're gonna do wrong, you
But
need to
did
square
she
up
find
when you
about this
confront it.
stuff
on the list.
after the fact, or was this happening? Did she find out about it in the moment?
In the moment.
Oh, in the moment.
She was still married to him at that time.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
And Nicole was dating Michael Strahan.
So here's a question, ladies, for
Mhm.
the panel.
hmm
So you're at home, and you've got to run just a quick errand, but your girl is coming over to meet you, and your guy's home. Do you let your girl come on in, let your guy let her in while you're doing your errand?
It depends.
No, not if you watch the Tubi movie. You don't want to.
Not if you watch the TV.
Like
It depends on
Tubi.
what is it
Okay,
depend
so
on?
I can tell you it depends. Okay, so for example, if it's me waiting on my girl, I'm waiting outside, or I'm driving to Starbucks to get me something. I'm not even putting myself in that
In a position.
situation because I don't even want my girl to even think.
Right.
Just wait in the car.
Just
Or
wait in
I'm
the
gone.
car.
I'm
And
up the
first of all,
block.
what conversation do I really have?
To talk
Now I
But why
have
did
to,
you not wait for me? I'm on the way. Just wait a little bit
I can
until
wait in the car.
And
Wait,
as
but
the
you're
friend, though,
running late.
I'm not
You're
gonna.
running
I'm not
late.
even running the errand. I'm
I'm
waiting for my girl to get here.
I'm
We're gonna run
going
the
to
errand
Starbucks
together.
because I'm thirsty.
But you're running late. Maybe you're at the mall.
And
you're just a
also,
little late.
it's out of respect
Okay.
for my girl. Like how I feel about my girls, it's out of respect for them anyway.
Right.
Right.
Girl
Why
code.
am I
Girl
sitting
code.
up in the living room with their husband? What,
I ain't
what
trying to
conversation do I need to have with their
No.
husband?
No,
Did I ever
it
do
just
that
would be
parlay?
odd.
Just
For me
parlay.
personally, like whenever I'm around my friends'
Mhm.
significant others, they're nice guys and stuff, but it's just like, where my girl? When is she coming back? Because that's who I came to see.
Mm-hmm.
That's my girl there. But also like, I feel okay, me and my friends were pretty close, and I've been with my partner for a long time, and my friends have been with their partners for a little while. And when we all hang out together, it's fine because we have that group dynamic. But like, I've never went to my best friend's house and like her boyfriend's just hanging out and I'm just hanging out with him. I just feel like it's weird. I personally feel like I get uncomfortable. I don't have any interest in this at all.
Right.
Obviously, she should know I don't want any involvement with this person at all, but like, I don't know, it just feels weird.
It feels
I don't know, it just feels weird.
And it feels, in my opinion, I guess my generation, it just feels disrespectful. Why am I sitting up in my girl's house with her husband? Like that
Creating
just
a
don't
Tubi
make.
movie. Ain't nobody doing that.
That's a Tubi movie.
Run out the cameras.
That is to me that just like my neighbor across the street. God bless his soul. He built his house and everything, and he was like, "Shelly, when you coming over to see the house?" And I was like, "Is Kim home yet?"
Is your wife home? When cause she should give me the tour.
Exactly,
Right.
because they were staying in another house while that house was being built. So my point was, is Kim there? I'm not coming in there. If Kim is, I'm not going to disrespect Kim and come in her house and she's not there.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Like, even as you, my neighbor, like even though I've never felt anything from him, it would just, to me, it felt disrespectful to Kim not to be in her home and she's not there.
The only way I would do this is if, like, let's say, okay, because I have homeboys. You have homeboys, right? But if your homeboy is dating one of the homegirls and it's one of those type of events, that's cool. When, like, we are literally all friends. We were all friends beforehand. It's always been on friendship. And I wasn't trying to talk to your dude when he was single in the friend group. So obviously now I'm definitely not trying to talk to him when he's with you. So in events like that, I've been in spaces like that where it's like, we're literally all friends for real before y'all started dating. So that's a little different, I think. But by that same token, too, you just be like, you get to an age where you're just like, I don't think I need to hang out with you solo.
Right.
Without your partner here.
Right. It's kind of almost like Eric. I knew Eric before I knew Lori. I've even hung out with Eric before he met Lori. But now that he has a wife, I'm most definitely going to be bring her in, of course, but be respectful of her, her home, and all of that. You know, whether he and I were friends way before they met, but out of respect, he has a wife now. That's her home. Why would I be there kicking it with him and she not there? That's just
weird.
Like Grammy said, well, it's because you have class. Some people don't have class. Some people don't have that. It's disrespectful. Yeah, like I said, I think it's like it's born in you. If it's not born in you, you're not raised in that sort of environment. But on the ups, I just feel like for me, I just was raised around all women for the most part. Right. So doing weird shit like that is just, I can't comprehend doing anything like that. I just literally could not think in my mind, I'm gonna go do something like that. That's mad weird. I just couldn't. But you know, some girls don't. Like I had a homegirl in college. She don't care. She just hang out with any dude.
See, you don't put yourself in that predicament.
Yeah, she's just a weirdo. But I was like, oh, you're weird. And that's fine. You also don't have a sister. When you have a sister, you understand the type of friendships you build with another person, another woman at that. You really can see what that's like because like you're born into this sort of friendship. And then when you don't have other friends, you look for those sort of qualities in another girl.
Right,
like, okay, you get down how I get down. I'm watching you.
Right.
I'm watching you because you get down how I get down. When you show me you don't get down like me, we can't be friends.
Right. No, it's just, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, like, exactly. That's how I feel with my homegirls. We've never beefed. Got into it at all. But see, they come from the same type of background I come from. They all have sisters. They're all just solid girls.
Well, you know, in defense of that, I was even ready to say Chantel. Miko, is that I don't have any sisters, but I saw how my grandmother get down. My grandmother, her friendships circles were very small, and she would always say something that she'll say, that one right there, that's not your friend. And I just be like, why is she tripping? Lo and behold,
she could see it.
Yeah.
That one right there, she's good. You know, or she would always say that, or my grandmother always say that you don't want to be in that situation where you're sitting kicking it with somebody's husband. That don't even sound right.
It's not even a good look. It's
like I was kicking it with my friend's husband. That just don't make sense. That don't make sense.
Bad look.
But here's another question for the panel, ladies. Since it's tea time, we get a little down and dirty, right? So it has been said through the ages that women who discuss the sexual escapades in their bedrooms with their husbands, and they discuss that with their girlfriends, make themselves more vulnerable for their girlfriends cheating with their husbands. What are your opinions about that? Do you think there's any truth to that?
again, I think it's how she said, it depends on who the person is and how she gets down. I'm not going to talk to everybody about what happens in the bedroom. Now, like if something I need, like somebody I'm really close to, like you guys, I could really talk and be okay with saying, girl, this happened or whatever, I did this or that. But some women, you can't. There's just some people I'm not going to say stuff.
For me, I think it's like that. I think for guys too, because like I've asked my partner this. I'm like, do guys do that? They're like, not about a woman we're serious about. If you're my girl or you're my girlfriend or you're my fiance or wife, men don't talk about that with other guys. So I feel like for me, in my friend group, it's become that same way. Like, this is your boyfriend. Why would I need to know? Like, this is your partner, your person. We don't need to discuss like specifics with your partner at that point, because like, you know, like he's not for the streets no more. He's my person. So if you're not from the streets no more either as a girl, then you wouldn't talk about that openly, because if anything, it's like it's a breaking of a bond between you and your partner. That's y'all's thing. You don't need to be talking about it with everybody else.
Yeah, that shouldn't be. But like sometimes we might talk in general, like certain things.
Yeah, but like generalizations, right? We don't need to get into details.
Exactly
specifics.
What happened this way and that way, and arm over here and leg up there. Yeah, we don't have to do all that.
Not when like it's really your person and these are your friends type of thing, but like if you just have a drink or two.
I just feel like there's a girl code, and if that were my friend,
are you my
she
friend?
would be my ex-friend, because then I'm like, okay, so that's how you get down. Okay, so let me tell you one last time. You don't get on no plane, nowhere, go nowhere with my husband.
Right. What do you do?
We're not friends no more.
Yeah, but I have to tell you that even though we're not friends, I need to make that clear, because if I catch you on the plane again,
any of my friends,
you're gonna get broke.
Yeah,
you know. So
that's terrible. I feel like those situations are terrible when it's a person, you like a friend of yours and your partner. Like, that's really mean.
And this is to me, I almost feel like it's a sickness. Here you are, a model and one of the most beautiful women. All women are beautiful. Right. There's some I meet that are beautiful. Some might need a little work. But I'm just saying, all women are beautiful. You're a beautiful woman. The one man that's married to me, you chose to disrespect me with when you got $1 billion out there. So to me, that tells me that's a sickness.
Yeah. That means you directly came to harm me at this point.
Exactly.
More of a competition. Like I'm a
I
fuck
think
your
it's
man.
a competition where there may be some validity to
very volatile.
the sharing of what your man do to you.
But see, I think she's used to that because Eddie Murphy,
I'll take your man
you know how Eddie Murphy got down, right? So that's why she thinks that behavior is acceptable, because that's how Eddie Murphy got down on her.
Yeah, no,
that's just cold.
Need I go into that? Maybe that's the next session.
Right. Next time.
But yeah, because he had one in July. Then Nicole had one in September in the same year in '89. Then he had another one with Nicole. And then he had another one, somebody else. Then he married Nicole and had 3 more kids. So if you're used to a man doing you like that, or if you're used to that kind of get down, then maybe you think it's okay, but it's not okay.
No.
It's not.
Yeah.
I just feel like you gotta know better than that. Getting on planes with people's husbands.
I don't want no question about it. And then we in the public eye. Like, how you gonna get on the plane and nobody know? So basically, you just telling me pretty much, fuck you.
Yeah.
So now I really need to beat your ass, because now I really feel like it's just fuck you. You know?
No, that was personal. That's a personal attack.
Yes, that was.
It's about the principalities. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. It goes against that for sure.
For sure.
Well, I think this is a great transition into our crime show with Miss Tilley.
Yeah, she's
who definitely kind of crossed those boundaries between sacred marriage and all of those things. So
that Tilley was something else.
She was. But I think Jackie should give us some little background context about the true crime story, so our listeners can get up to speed on Dannemora, which I had never heard of, you guys, is a prison. No, it's not a prison.
It is a prison.
It is.
Well, Clinton
Correctional Facility.
Right. In
and
upstate
it's in
New
a
York.
village, and the name of the village where it is Dannemora.
Okay.
Our true crime story, Escape at Dannemora. But we're going to take more of a closer look at Tilley. today. That's the focus, right?
Mhm.
I know we have these other factors of the actual escape and what they did and all of that. I'm pretty sure some of that intel will come out. But for today's show, we want to focus on Tilley. And I remember, Shelley, when we talked about it, right? And you were watching it and we wrote back about Tilley. It's like, whoa.
Mm. She caught the eye first, apparently.
What are your thoughts on what are your thoughts? I mean, on her in terms of like, if we could just maybe look at the psychological factors. Like, what type of psyche? Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is she helping?
I think
Was
first
she
we
hurting?
need to tell everybody what Tilley did.
Let's tell her.
Because some people don't know Tilley.
Okay.
Like, we know
Yeah.
Tilley.
Go
We
ahead.
got to tell what she did. So, in 2015, or the years before that, Tilley worked as a seamstress in one of the prison facilities. And she was like the head seamstress, where they would create clothing for the inmates and those who worked at the facility, like the guards and the warden and things like that. So Tilley struck up a relationship with 2 inmates, and a sexual relationship at that with both inmates. And she helped them escape from prison by providing them with the tools they needed to cut a hole in their cell walls, in the back of their cell wall, escape out of there. And she even planned to have an escape with them and pick them up. And they were going to go to Mexico and live this life with her 2 prisoner boyfriends somehow.
No, she was
And
just
she's
going to remember
married.
she was going to take care of one of them until he found somebody, though.
Right, there we go. So
Yeah.
she was generous. She was like, I got you until you find another girlfriend, which is very generous, but how nice of her. Nonetheless, she was still married at the time,
Right.
and her husband also worked at the prison as well.
Facility.
So we're looking at a very blue collar lady
Tilley
in a
is
very
very
blue
blue-collar.
collar town. She is also, I'm not even hate to say, she's also a white woman in a blue collar town. So let's take a look at those specs
Factors, right?
as well. These are all factors. So, also background, Tilley was once married beforehand and to Kenny, right?
Yes.
And they had a child.
And they had a child. She cheated on Kenny with her current husband and then just kind of blew him out of the picture and kind of manipulated him so that she could take her child from him and move it into this new home with her new husband. She wanted to erase the whole entire fact that this man was the child's father, and the relationship between the father and son, she completely obliterated it.
Mhm.
She literally forced this child to stop calling her own father dad, and had, the stepdad being called dad. So, that's Tilley for you.
She actually manipulated her own child. That's where I draw the line.
Yes.
But what
We
about
draw the line. A lot of she's out of control.
But the socialization of Tilley,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, as Jackie said, what's the psychology behind that?
Yeah.
So you grow up in a small town,
Mhm.
which is really a tourist town.
Yes.
Right? People kind of come there for the winter holiday kind of season.
Mm-hmm.
Cabins
And
stuff.
it's really male dominant
Right.
Mhm.
and female subservient.
Yeah.
And so I wonder what your thoughts are about that type of environment growing up
Mm-hmm.
as a woman there, always wanting to feel or feeling like you always wanted more than what this
Mhm.
little town had.
Mm. Well, obviously she probably felt trapped, right, in her own circumstance. But like my late grandmother would say, you can't let those things be excuses. You've
Right.
got to do what you've got to do to get out of these situations. Again, I like to say this: Tilley is a white woman. She could exist in this world in a way that we cannot.
Imagine.
She can move through this world in a way that we cannot.
We cannot.
So if Tilley wanted to, and if she worked hard enough, she could have not lived a life such as that. And at that point as well, sometimes you have, like you always say, Tilley, you make choices.
Mm-hmm.
You made choices, and you have to stick out the duration of that choice, that consequence to that decision, whether it's a consequence or a benefit or a consequence. And she decided to say, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go the wrong way each time. I'm going to do something that hurts somebody else each and every time. So if anything, I think she's selfish, and she has that damsel in distress sort of thing, but it's very much so manipulated. Yeah, she builds this world up around her where she wants all the attention, but she actually manufactured this. It wasn't just, it didn't exist. She manufactured this world.
But I don't know, Miko, if she was she selfish?
Yes.
I mean, well, because she ends up getting them tools. They're smuggled into the prison, right? She ends up getting them everything they need to potentially escape at the risk. She had major heat because, guys,
that's true.
Check out Escape at Dannemora. But Tilley is having sex daily in Taylor Room 9.
Taylor 9.
In Taylor 9, right? Every day. And the people know, the guards know that she's going into Room 9 to do something with these men. But she's getting heat from it by her boss.
Her supervisors.
Right, her supervisors. But she still sneaks in the saws and
for the attention.
And oh, you think it was for the attention?
She kept telling him that she kept telling her husband that you take me for granted.
Right.
Lyle. So the attention that she was getting from the inmates, she had to keep getting the tools to keep getting dick. I'm just saying.
Everything ain't free. So for her, in this case, like Drake said, this dick ain't free. So for her, she
to keep getting the attention and the dick.
But she played her cards wrong because she's the one in power.
Right.
She didn't need to bring them in nothing to do none of that.
They were going to do that with her regardless, maybe.
She fell in love, Lori. That's what happened. She fell in love, and that's the number one rule
with David.
You can't do. You can't fall in love with your side piece or your boo. You can't do that.
That was my only problem. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You can't fall in love with him because at that point, now you're risking and putting things on the line. She put it all on the line.
But I think she felt David could give her a new life. Because, come on, she married Lyle. God bless little Lyle. Lyle is...
he loves her down, though.
He loves her down. He's on her team. But he just isn't... He's just a working man. Just a blue-collar, go-to-work kind of guy. And I think Tilley was feeling a little...
She likes criminals. Like Ice Cube said, do you like criminals?
Smooth criminals.
Does she like criminals? Or does she like people outside of this little town? Right?
Well, also, too, depending on what community you're in, you become socialized to that. I have to say, if I'm working all day in a sweatshop with criminals and I have some sort of addiction or whatever the case it is, then to me it's a free-for-all. She's in the candy store.
Right.
She's at the candy shop for her. In her mind.
To the candy shop.
She's at the candy shop.
And in order to keep getting the candy,
she had to bring in those files.
She had to do some favors.
Okay, but check this out. Let's look at the psychological factors. It says here, what psychological factors might have influenced Tilley's decision to aid in a prison escape? Joyce seemed to be grappling with deep insecurities and a sense of dissatisfaction with her life. Her actions could be tied to her need for excitement and validation in a momentous existence. The attention she received from David Sweat and Richard Matt likely played into this, as it offered her a sense of importance she might not have felt otherwise. So there's also the possibility of low self-esteem and a lack of emotional boundaries, which made her more susceptible to be manipulated.
I don't think Tilley was manipulation. I don't think Tilley was
manipulated. I think
Mac. Inmate Mac was a manipulator.
He was.
What about David?
I don't think David was a manipulator. I think David had just settled in the fact that I got to do life in prison, and I'm going to get some sex.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to get that.
I'm lucky enough to get sex because he was like, Tilley, this is too much sex at one point. He's like, no, I'm not gonna have sex with you right now. But when he got transferred, right, Mac, inmate Mac, was the one who was manipulating, and that's why he picked up a relationship with her. And I think Tilley only started sexing him because he was taking the messages back to David. Because she really cared.
And I think she just really liked sex too.
Well,
a little bit of a sex addict,
I
maybe.
think if
A
what was true
nymphomaniac.
between her, how she got it with Lyle.
And I didn't see no condoms. What is really going on?
That's what I was
no,
concerned
they don't
about.
have condoms in prison.
But
Tilly could have brought them in.
She's bringing it over to freak
She's bringing everything else in.
but see,
Sauce
that's
with it.
another problem with TV shows. And one show Issa Rae did, and it was like you have to actively show these things on TV because people think you're not doing that. But who knows? Maybe she did. It just wasn't seen on the show.
It wasn't seen.
So
on
I
the
think
show.
this is just for the
'Cause that
directors
whole
out there.
spitting in the
Y'all need
hand
to start
thing is yeast
doing things like
infections
that
and
for
all that
public
kind of stuff.
safety,
Right.
so that people are being safe. Because apparently you got to see it on
Mhm.
TV to know it's real.
And
No,
the-
I agree. I had a qualm with that. I was a little
yeah.
pressed. I was
and
like,
the
why are
whole
you doing
spitting
this?
in the hand, that's just a yeast infection waiting to
That's
happen.
disgusting. And all that liquor he was drinking.
Lubrication in
Right. Why was he
prison?
just so drunk?
He was drinking all that alcohol.
Just all that
He's got
Pruno
life in
and White
prison.
Lightning. They got nothing else to do White Lightning.
He just drinks it out. I really, I think inmate Mac is crazy.
Yeah, Mac was crazy.
he
Oh,
really
yeah.
crazy. I don't think
Well,
inmate
just
David
his crime.
was.
Against his
Look,
ex-boss.
you know what? They tried to make Sweat's his charge really thin in the show, but in the actual real life, you killed a police officer.
right?
He ran
Okay.
over his head.
You ran him over, and then your friend
ran
shot
him
him in the
over.
face.
Right.
They tried to make it act like
like
it was
nothing.
nothing
Like
on the
he
show.
was kind of innocent
Yeah, it
because he
was an
said I did.
accident.
Because he said I did not kill that cop.
He did kill him.
You participated in the killing.
Did you see when he said I didn't kill the cop?
Well, I guess
Yeah,
he said
he did
because
say.
his friend pulled the trigger.
His friend pulled the trigger, but where
You
I
pulled-
get
you
where I
shot
get
first and ran
David,
him over.
It's your
y'all
intent.
shot him. You could have left him there,
Yeah,
but
right.
you got in the car
Uh-huh.
and you
Hit
ran
him.
him over.
So
you
your
did not
intent
have to do that. Was to kill
your
him.
intent was to kill him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
They
You
tried
just-
to
you
make
just did it.
Sweat, and this is the thing: if you really you have to put your glasses on and watch this type of show.
Okay.
They tried to paint Sweat as if he's just some lovable guy who
They kinda
accidentally ended
Well,
up
I
in
have to
jail.
admit, they did a
I
good
did
job.
forget
I
about
really
it.
like
They
David.
did, but see,
Right.
when I watched the
I was
actual
cheering for him to
documentary,
get away.
I didn't like the documentary.
when I
didn't
watched
like
the
him in
actual documentary, I was like, y'all are wild. Y'all some frauds. You
That's
guys are terrible
wild.
guys.
It was wild.
And they tried to, even Sweat, they just try to make him seem like he's just some sweet guy.
You
Yeah.
read like a
He's
little
no
Ken doll.
sweet guy. He's
He's
horrible.
not. He is.
You did resonate. I was like, wow. Then when they're in the wilderness, I was really pissed off at Mac. I was like, you just fucking making it all worse for David. Did you feel
Right.
that?
See?
You know what I mean? So you holding
Absolutely.
David back, but that's
But David was like, I got to
something
have
wrong.
all my faculties. I got to think. He was like, no, I don't want none of that because I got to
Because
think.
David was about escaping.
Mhm.
Inmate Mac, I really think there was some mental health issues there.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Yeah, Inmate Matt had a lot of.
He messed it up. He
lot
could
of
have got
problems.
away if it wasn't
Amen.
for
'Cause
carrying
he
him on his
got
back. But look how
18
loyal David is.
miles within. Didn't he get 18 miles within the same amount of
Yeah, like
days
a
that he
couple
only got
days.
25?
Yeah.
If he had did that shit without
Mhm.
Out the
Richard
gate.
Matt,
He'd have been in
he'd have
Canada.
been in Canada.
He'd have been
Yeah, he
Canada.
was
safe.
almost there. Poor guy. Wasn't meant to be though. Wasn't in his cards at all.
Mm-mm.
I know.
Well, I was sad when I saw the movie,
Oh yeah.
but when I actually saw the documentary, I was like, I'm glad that motherfucker
Right.
didn't make it to Canada
Right.
because he was bad.
No,
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah. bad.
Yeah.
He was bad. They made him look. It made you like sympathetic to
Yeah.
David on the movie, but when you watch the documentary, I'm like, this man.
They
was-
gave him so much of an anti-hero sort of thing. Like for example, like a Tony Soprano. We know
Right,
Tony
true.
he's a menace
Monster.
to society.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the way they do
But
the
you
show,
don't-
you just love Tony.
You
You want
don't.
nothing bad to happen to
You
Tony.
don't.
He can kill whoever
That's
he
how it
wants,
was.
and he can do whatever he wants. But we love Tony.
That's how. it
That's
was.
how they tried to do Inmate Sweat here. It was like
Yeah.
nothing Inmate Sweat does is bad. We love him.
I
So
know.
you guys don't think Inmate Sweat had a conscience?
He's a killer.
No.
No.
Right, he's a
He
killer.
cut through all the floor. You know what
But
he had
do
to
you
take to
think-
cut through those pipes?
Yeah,
And those walls, the intensity, the time.
intensity, but the time
the
that he's doing
dedication.
it for him and Mac and Inmate Mac.
This is the part
Because
that got
Inmate
me, though.
Mac did not help. Let's clear
No.
that.
No, he
no.
had to
He
get
had
mad
to
because
do
Matt was
it.
going to tell on him. Now
Yeah.
they're bonded. They have to do it
But it was
together.
Mac's idea. It was
But
Inmate Mac's
listen,
idea
but
to
listen,
escape.
this is the part that gets me. When he said,
Mhm.
I gave him my word,
He did.
and in prison,
That's all you got.
that's all
got.
you got. And it made me think about something that I once learned from my family.
Mhm.
A man's word is his bond.
Very true.
So if that's the very last thing that he holds on to, then he is pretty decent. And that's how they made it seem in the movie.
That's
So
okay.
you do think that David has integrity?
I do, because there was times in the movie.
Mhm.
I don't know about real life. In the movie, because there was times where he was just like, no, man, we can't do that.
Right.
Or like, you know, you can't, you know, why are we trying to kill somebody?
Like,
Like,
Mac
why
wanted
are
to
we
go
trying
and
to
kill all the officers and
Right.
steal their
Did.
police car
Right.
when they escaped.
Right,
That's
right.
the thing
Crazy.
So
I've
he
ever heard of.
they made you think in the movie that he had some conscience. So yes, in the movie, yes, I do. It's just that I don't know about in real life if that was the case, because
But also I felt when I
Mhm.
watched there was a level of intimacy
Mm-hmm.
that he created with Tilley.
Yeah.
Remember he made her the little pants?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But see,
still
You
a
don't
killer,
think there was
dog.
you're
intimacy?
still a
Still a
killer and you're a
killer.
criminal. And are you working me?
Right.
He
Right.
did work her.
Because
Right.
if you still want to get things from Tilley,
Right, but did David really want anything from Tilley? He never asked anything from Tilley. It wasn't his idea
It was
to
Matt,
have an
right.
escape plan.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't on board for even breaking out.
right?
It
But
wasn't
see-
until he got transferred that Matt started
I
fooling
think
with her.
I think his thought process was, I'm in here for life, and some pussy is better than no pussy at all. That's what I think.
Right, but is that relationship?
No,
Life.
he
But
wasn't.
also, you get
he
that
wasn't
kind of
trying to build-
Stockholm syndrome kind of thing where it's
Right.
like, hey, if this means that, you know, she'll sleep with me if I got to make her some little tiny pants, I'll make her the tiny pants.
Right, and you see, she took the pants in the bathtub.
And I made her
She
so
loved
happy.
pants.
It took nothing. It took nothing. Yeah.
She took the pants in the
Yeah.
bathtub.
I
Tiny
said when she
pants.
was with the pants in the dust, this bitch gone. She
She
gone.
She loved him.
I think Tilley loved him and he liked her.
Oh, you think he only liked
I
her?
think he liked Tilley. He didn't love Tilley. Tilley loved Sweat. That's why I said she fell in love, and that was the
Nah.
biggest part.
That's where you get in trouble. I tell you,
She
Okay.
fell in love.
don't fall in love. Do not fall in love.
But how do you stop? How do you turn that off?
Not with your prison boyfriend who's actively in jail. This isn't even like that show, you know, Love After
How do you turn
Lockdown.
that off?
Her husband worked there.
You know, like Love After Lockdown is, are we texting? Are we on the FaceTime?
Yes.
No, you're actually in jail with him. Like, you work here.
And
Can't
Tilley
do
had a
that.
sickness. Come on, Tilley got that sickness that everybody had when they cheat. Is
Mm.
you better not be cheating on me, or so she got real paranoid about him cheating.
With who?
Lyle.
The Lyle, the guy, the girl that was at the thing, she
Mhm.
started saying, "I saw the way you looked at her," and he's like, "What are you talking about?"
mhm.
See how, you know, when people cheat, they get paranoid. So she was getting paranoid,
Yeah.
like you know,
She did say that. Why were you talking to her too much?
right?
You're flirting with her.
And I better not find out, or I'm a what she said, I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave your ass
Yeah,
or something.
she's gonna get her. She's threatened.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She
Poor
threatened him.
Lyle.
So
Lyle
why
is
is she
the
threatening
one.
him? But
He's
she
so
getting
dedicated to
two
her.
different dicks in the
In the prison.
in
in
prison.
the prison. But poor
But
Lyle.
she gonna say that to him.
Lyle did that lovely anniversary dinner. He worked really hard on that dinner. And she just didn't go.
Tilley was a cold piece of work.
Tilly tried to get him murdered. Tilly's
She was a
terrible.
cold piece of work. She's a cold piece of work.
Poor Lyle.
I feel
two
my
different
heart
things
really
and
went
she gonna
out to
tell him
Lyle
that.
because Lyle. Do you think Tilley ever loved Lyle?
I do think she loved
She
Lyle
got
once upon a
variety.
time.
But when?
She
Because
gonna-
look how they got
She
together.
gonna swing him behind a
She
look.
was cheating on Kenny with Lyle,
Maybe she has
and
that
she
sort of
used
thing.
Lyle.
Yeah.
She used Lyle
She
to
did.
get custody of her son.
She did use Lyle to get custody of the kid. But I think she loves whoever can give her something that she wants at the time. So
I'm
she's
sorry,
it's
we
not
over here
deep
tripping
love.
off of Tilley. Tilley was a piece of work.
Tilly's something else. She's a mess. That girl knows she's something else.
But what role did her relationship with David Sweat and Richard Matt play in her emotional and mental state, guys?
A bunch. She had an anxiety attack. It done got into a panic attack. You know how wild that is.
But they showered her with attention, and they likely knew how to exploit her weaknesses. For her relationship may have been providing an emotional escape from her strained marriage and mundane job. But
Tilley
yeah, Shelley.
saw that dick going away. That's what that was. She saw, that's why she had a panic attack, because all the joy she was getting was gone.
But I
To
don't think
Mexico.
that's why she
Or do
had
you
a
think she
panic.
was
She didn't
scared
want
about
them
the
to
pills?
kill
She
Lyle.
had a panic attack because the rubber was hitting the road. She was going to become a criminal with them.
Mhm.
And I think the
On the
whole
run.
idea of that flew in. Like, if I meet them here with this car,
I'm down with it.
we're on the run.
Mhm.
Hold the fuck on. You bringing in
I was getting ready to
red
say.
meat
Now you thinking about
with hack
consequences?
sauce frozen on the inside.
She didn't think
What
that
did
they was
you
gonna
think
do
they
it
was
for
doing
real.
that?
That's another thing.
Right,
She
but
didn't
I
think they were
think she
serious.
think that they wouldn't figure it
So they were
out.
just
It
selling
was
hack sauce up in
her,
there?
or that, you know what I'm saying? That seemed removed. But when you pull up and the escapees get in your vehicle,
With you.
Yeah.
we are now the
We all in
three
it.
escapees.
Set it off.
Mm-hmm.
I
There's-
don't
yeah.
feel that she had no
And I
conscience
think
because
that
she should
overwhelmed
have thought
her.
that shit out way before then.
Mm-hmm.
I think she really thought like they were not serious for real. I think she really thought like,
I think she didn't think they were gonna
yeah,
get it
she
done.
never thought that they were gonna get out and get it done for real. So
She was just pacifying,
Yes.
playing this game. This
yeah,
is
it was a game for her. This is fun and enjoyment and entertainment for her.
the two extras.
And if I gotta sneak in some frozen beef with hack sauce in it,
Oh, wow.
okay, that's not a big deal. They'll never get out of here. What? Are you kidding? That's her mind. What's going on?
I agree with that. I think that's what she
Yeah.
thought.
She's like, what? Are you kidding?
Yeah,
Right.
really.
Because I think
Right.
when she was
Right.
talking to inmate Matt about it,
Mm-hmm.
it was always like, how much longer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when he said, oh, like 5 days or something like that, she was like,
anxiety caught her.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
it really caught her.
Right.
Like, okay, oh my God.
She was
this
like,
is
I was
really
just
gonna
playing
happen.
with y'all for real. Oh,
Mhm.
snap.
Psych.
And we gonna kill, what did they call him on the documentary? Lyle. What was they calling Lyle?
The glitch.
The glitch. Where's oh, yeah,
He's
get rid of
the
the glitch.
glitch.
Now you want to kill my husband too.
Yeah. You gotta
Okay,
get rid
y'all
of the
done
glitch.
took
So
too
that's
far.
what I wanted to find out. Were the pills to just for him to go to sleep, or was the pills for him to go to sleep forever?
They were trying to, I think, like the pills were for him to go to sleep, and then they were
Forever?
gonna kill him
After the fact, yeah.
They wanted to drug him to
Yes.
get him down.
Well, I think they wanted to drug him so it would give Tilly more time
To
Yeah.
go
get
get the
away.
car, pick them up,
Mhm.
and then go back and
They would
get
go
rid
back
of the
and kill him.
glitch.
and kill him. Yeah, they were
And
had
get
to
rid of
kill
the
him.
glitch.
Why would they have to kill
You gotta
Lyle?
get rid of the glitch.
He's
He's
too
gonna go back
glitchy.
and tell. He's gonna, because
Yeah.
when this bitch lady gone,
He's too glitchy.
He's gonna
They're
run back.
gonna know she's gone because she didn't come to work.
yeah, but they still need more time, right? If they
Girl.
do it the same night, he's gonna say something that night. So
Right.
if we knock his ass out, do a ditty on him, right?
They needed a
Put some
good,
GSB, knock him out, put him to
Mm.
sleep.
Lord.
they needed a good 5-6 hours.
They
Lord.
needed that to get that head start. No, really, Cole.
They had to kill him. He had to go, and they're
I didn't know they was gonna kill Lyle.
Yeah, they was
They
gonna
was
kill
gonna
him.
kill
It came
Lyle.
out in the doc.
And that's where I was
Well, I think
clutching
that,
my
of
pearls
course,
because
that
I didn't
had
want them to kill
reduce her
Lyle.
I
panic
didn't.
attack.
I didn't want them to kill Lyle. So I was.
No.
And then of course
I was
she had the
clutching my
damn
pearls.
panic attack.
I was so done.
At first,
I was so
at first I was like,
done.
she kidding?
Was
Or is she
had a
like
panic
joking
attack,
around?
Jackie?
But she had that real
I
panic
was
attack.
done. I was
You
like,
scared?
That's
Bitch
enough
done
to
went-
have a
did all-
panic attack.
Lord, I would've had a
did
heart
all of
attack.
this and
Yeah,
that.
that would
It ain't like they didn't tell you what they was doing.
That's why Matt said he was gonna chop that bitch up.
But Lloyd,
Yes.
right? He did. He did that.
He said he was gonna chop her up
Because she was playing with them. She shouldn't have been doing that.
That's what he
because
said.
now they gotta walk to Canada.
Right. He was like, because the
was
car was
mad as
not there. We need to
Oh
go
my
back.
God.
And he was like, we're not going to our house. He was like,
He's
yeah,
like,
no.
we're going to house and chop her up.
That's how he did his boss.
And,
His boss
that's
was
what,
like,
and that's what Sweat said. We are not going to her
Yeah,
house.
that's what I'm saying.
He cut off his head,
his
both his
arms.
arms, both his legs, and then
'Cause
cut
he's
his
got-
torso
in half.
in
half.
half.
in half.
And they still didn't find his head.
No, they don't know where the
Never.
head is.
He might
Probably
have
a
ate
trophy
it.
somewhere. He's a Jeffrey Dahmer kind of guy.
He
maybe
could have ate it.
Could have ate him.
He was really
I
dumb.
don't know if
Then he
was
went to
Dahmerish.
Mexico and killed the dude in Mexico.
I think he just wanted to. I just think he didn't want nobody to find that.
He got out.
So and they didn't find most of it.
Mm-mm.
So I think that he just chopped it. I don't think he ate it. Nah.
Listen
Maybe
to this.
something ate it. Something else ate it in the.
I feel like
in
it's
the-
just some
Mhm,
sort
that's
of
what I'm
trophy.
saying.
wild.
Some
Yeah,
sort of
Right,
wild
right.
trophy.
Yeah.
You know, big game hunting.
Some people like trophies, you know. Dahmer kept their ID cards.
He
You
did.
know, they keep a little trophy. That's one of their things. They do.
Memorabilia.
So
That's true.
usually people with that kind of sickness, they keep something. He didn't keep nothing.
Mm-mm. No, look, Matt is something else. The escape from the prison at 12. He did it again at 19.
Yeah.
He's a true evader.
serial. Yeah.
He can evade the law at any point.
He's a serial
How did he get
evader.
on Honor Block?
That's what I'm saying. How was
The
he
dude
get on
who
the
said that in
honor
the
block?
documentary,
He
said,
didn't do anything.
how
He
did he
was
even
on
get
the
on
honor
Honor
block.
Block?
He didn't do
Both
nothing.
of them, for that matter. He had to do a
nothing
shot
all
of
the
cop.
time.
How did you get on
He
there?
had pull
He did.
with the guards. He
With the
had
guards.
pull.
He's had
Yeah.
good relationships.
He had
Let's
good-
talk about the guard.
He tried to say he didn't know nothing.
He gave them that frozen
But the
meat.
thing about it is because they were on the honor yard, they got to prepare their own meals, right?
So that
Tilley
was
just
not a
gives it-
violation.
Right,
He just thought it was weird that Tilley was doing it.
right. And she was manipulating him, if you think about
It's like
She
being at
was.
school. Like, oh, I'll bring the kids some chips.
Mhm.
They can't bring their own chips, but your teacher bring the chips.
He's doing so
Right.
good. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
we-
bring him some meat.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I want to bring him some burger meat because he liked to make spaghettis.
it. Right, that's what he
Mhm.
did. Straight real, you know. He liked to make spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what you make it with.
But see, that other guard seemed, they didn't talk enough about him in that documentary. I think they did him such a like an injustice, because to me, I want to know more about his relationship with Matt inside the prison prior to Tilley getting involved. Because in the show, they made it seem like him and Matt were up to some scandalous stuff all the time, or they were always on shenanigans or doing something crazy. But
Well, he
that's
was
not
like
the case.
always buying his paintings.
Yeah, he bought the paintings.
Yeah,
He
and
had
they had
some
this
really good
bartering
ones,
type
though.
Yeah,
relationship.
they had a friendship of sorts in prison.
It was some really good paintings. It just goes to show how genius someone can be and
very
crazy
smart,
at the
man.
same time.
That was look, the whole part with the horse that I'm like, at 12 years old doing that is crazy. He did do that for real.
He
He
did
got
what?
out of correction, like as a kid he had to go to like the little juvenile hall. He
broke
busted
out.
out with and stole a horse.
Yes. And
And left. And then he scaled four 19
foot, right,
foot,
yeah.
4 9-foot walls. And the last wall had the barbed wire at the
And
top.
he still
And
At
he,
got
19.
he still got over it.
Yeah, he
Yes,
did that at
did.
19. So he's a master evader. He couldn't get out of Mexico,
Houdini.
and I feel like nobody should try to break out of a Mexican prison. That sounds like not a good idea. He did his time in
Chapo
Mexico. Then they brought him to one of the most secure prisons. They hadn't had a breakout since the Civil War. That's 1865.
1865, yep.
That's a very long time to not have nobody get out of your jail.
And then he got
But
out.
see, he got older. He didn't realize he couldn't
climb
do
no more.
as much as he
Yeah.
did when he was younger.
So he has to pull in a younger guy.
At 48, that's why he pulled in David.
Mm-hmm.
Because David had the physical.
David was committed.
David did all of the work.
He did all of the work.
Yes.
The physical work. I do think.
And that night, David could have left, but he came back for
He
him.
came back.
If
His
David had
integrity.
left, David would have made it to Canada.
Oh, yeah, he would have
Yeah.
been gone.
He did that 85 times.
He kept going back and forth.
80,
Yeah.
to
To
yeah.
get it down right.
Times.
I don't blame him. I would have got her down to the science.
Girl, I would have
Yeah.
did it 101.
What's crazy is like, okay, me and Greg played this video game, and like you play it together with a person, but it's literally like just like this.
Uh-huh.
It's just like the Escape of Dannemora. I'm not kidding. You have to like watch the guard come. Like I'll have to play like and cut the thing off the wall, and then we went through the pipes, and like the game is literally the same thing. It's so
Okay.
funny though. And like we're on the game. We're in the woods now. We got out and we
You
evaded the
escaped the
thing.
prison?
Yeah, it's called A Way Out, and you have to play with another person.
Wow.
They say it's like a
Wow.
relationship building game because like you gotta like play the game together, but it's literally the exact same
This
as this. Greg was watching the show with me this morning, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, this is like the game." I was like, "It is."
Wow.
Yeah, because you have to like watch. They were really, I have to say, they were good teammates together until they got out.
And then really, how long are you? I mean, let's just really think about this. Is the part that I was really tripping off of. How long do you think you can be out? You can't evade them for the rest of your life. You just can't. They're gonna
No.
That
catch
was
you.
the part. It's like, don't they always catch you?
They always
kill.
catch you.
Unless you're Whitey Bulger, you get caught real late. Some people get caught a lot
Like 30
later.
years or
Yep.
something.
Whitey Bulger didn't get caught. He was like 80 years old. Some people are able to get away with things. So,
But I mean, like the spotlight was just like you can't go anywhere. You can't do
But he
anything.
had no like resources on the outside.
yeah, the
right?
support.
Right.
So if he had made it to Canada,
What was he gonna do?
don't we? What's the word called? Extradition.
Extradite.
We extradite from Canada,
Mhm.
don't we?
I think
I don't
so.
know. I'm thinking not because they were just like really trying to get there. I guess I could look that up, but
Yeah, they were really trying to.
Once
get
they
that.
find that you're there and you are proven to be
they
a
give you
criminal,
like some sort of
or you
sanctuary, at the
reoffend,
sanctuary
yeah.
country.
Right, just like they extradited him from Mexico when he killed that person.
hmm
Wow.
Because my thing is, what kind of freedom is it? Like, even though you're out, what kind of freedom do you have? Because you're constantly
Well, you
trying
got more
on the
freedom than you
run.
did in.
And then you
in-
can kind of like
Well, they
in-
was
in
doing
get a
pretty
new
good
identity.
on honor roll.
Like,
They was doing pretty good on the honor roll, girl. They
honor
didn't even
roll.
have to wear. They didn't even have to wear prison uniform.
could
They
wear
had polo.
regular
They had
clothes.
polo shirts on and everything. They
Good
was doing pretty
clothes, yeah.
good.
that's
They
what
had
had
hot
them
plates and TVs and shit.
gold ground beef, hacksaws.
Plus, Tilley, you can have sex and everything.
Right.
They should just kept it
They
there
were just living the life.
Inside.
inside.
Now you running. Now you gonna be on solitary confinement.
Mhm.
If
Now
But what
you-
money though? Because you're gonna have to always
Right.
resort to crime.
Right.
Yeah, always, because you can't go get a real job.
No,
Right.
No.
you have no
Right.
paperwork.
No.
Then
He
you
has no paperwork on him no more.
Then you put in the social security number. That's it.
You're done.
You got to be an
Wow.
imposter.
And that's not
So you
good,
got to
is it?
tailor
It's not worth living.
all that
hmm
But it seems like you would need support.
outside.
help
Yeah,
to
you
help
do.
somebody get you a fake social security number.
fake
to kind
Help
of
you
take
get, like,
on someone else's
facelift.
identity.
Remember that one lady that we were watching that Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, and she just completely disappeared. They don't know where she is.
Yeah.
She killed this man, and her family had to have helped her. They don't know where this woman is, and I'm talking. This happened like a few years ago. She got out, like with phones and all these things that can track where you are. She
That's
completely got
nothing.
away.
You're tracking with the phone. You can't do nothing. You might as well
Nothing.
go back. I
Nothing
took my
at all.
ass back. I just said I give up.
There's no digital currency or nothing. They're gonna have to be like at the folk. They're gonna have to work at the Home Depot.
I can't go out to
and get
buy.
money under the table.
Yeah.
Can't get no money.
Nothing.
Can't use a
Sucks
credit card.
ass.
Can't use a cell phone.
Mm-mm.
Gotta steal a car.
Mm-hmm.
Take my ass back. Just take me back. Take me back. I can't do all this.
But the plan was to go to Mexico, Shelly, and they felt like they were going to live in wilderness there, so nobody.
They should have never tried to go to Mexico. You know how far that is when Canada's right there.
Yeah.
But they were going to Canada. He was a few
Right.
feet from Canada.
No, that was their
was the
second
change
plan.
plan.
They had to think on their feet
Yeah,
after
because
she
my
didn't bring the
thought
truck.
process too was how you gonna get that? Because like Mexico is on this side. So
Yeah,
They would have had
and
a
we
car
bust
with
out
Tilley.
from California and go. That's nothing.
Right.
Right.
Because Tilley would have drove them in the car.
Tilley, that's right.
Right.
That's why he wanted
That's
to
still too much though, because I
Right.
think they would have got caught with Tilly still.
I could have been in
He
Mexico.
said,
I think they might have got caught with Tilley.
Because he
Yeah.
did not want
she's
to.
just a pain in the butt. She's going to have to be dicking everybody. She's just been running
It would have been
trains
too
on her, all
much
kinds
to
of
trust her to get you from New York, upstate New York,
Upstate.
down to
Mexico.
Mexico.
Because remember, she bought all her little pajama, her little
She
outfit.
had a
Yeah,
little
the bathing
outfit. She
suits.
started losing weight.
Mhm.
I think
Do her
Tilley
job.
was really
Running.
in love.
That dick had her running.
Had her doing real
You
jobs.
know it's pretty powerful if you running trying to lose some damn weight.
Mhm.
She did. And Lyle noticed though. Lyle said, I
That's
noticed.
pretty powerful. The prison dick and you running.
Tilly is
To lose
something
weight.
else. Tilly has a problem.
That's powerful.
Oh.
That's powerful. You got some magic.
Oh,
she
my
got out
Because
in
I tell you, you got
2020.
my ass out there jogging. It's got to be magic.
This is what I don't remember. How much time did Tilly
It's
get?
got to be magic.
Tilly, what did she get? Like 4
okay?
years?
She
barely
did
got
4.
anything.
They
She
gave
got
her
4
7.
years.
She did like 4.
She only did 4.
She got out
She
in
just
2020.
recently in 2020,
Yeah, just
2021
barely
or
got out.
Oh,
something.
she just got out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Tilly's making her
You know,
life.
And guess
Tilly
what?
won to me.
Lyle was still waiting for her.
Tilly
She
came out
already
on
used to
Lyle.
be in
waited.
jail.
Yeah,
Lyle was still waiting for her, wasn't he?
Uh-huh.
yeah. Lyle waited for her.
Now,
So
see,
they're
that's what I'm
still
talking about,
together.
unconditional love. Like, I can just do whatever the fuck I want to do, and you still waiting for me?
That's Lyle.
I can't
for
never
you.
find no nigga like that.
Yeah.
Did you see Lyle?
Well, that's why she couldn't be with
Did
Lyle
you
for real.
see
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Did you see his
He would
grill
have to go
done?
get his teeth
And you
done.
know how you are
Right.
about
The
purchasing
Tilly got her
grills.
I
teeth
kept
done, too. I
saying,
forgot
how
her
does
doggone
Tilly...
well.
The teeth was in the way. He couldn't even talk.
Mm-mm.
He
No,
He
yeah.
always
She's
sound
about
drunk,
teeth,
but he
you
wasn't
know.
drunk.
She is about teeth.
But Tilly even got her own teeth done. Remember?
She got her tooth
she
done.
went and got her
She
some
sure
veneers.
did.
Mhm.
She got some
Got
I
her
veneers.
mean,
done.
she was
Feeling cute again.
she was having a romance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A romance.
She's feeling good
And see,
about herself.
Lyle, if he was smart, he'd have figured that shit out.
He did. He said he knew
He
something
did.
was wrong.
He knew
She
something was wrong.
When
When
she started
she ordered the
changing,
broccoli
yeah.
and chicken.
When they
Yeah,
went
at
to
the
the,
ra- at the-
right,
at the
when-
Chinese
at the
restaurant.
Chinese restaurant.
It's like,
She
I
didn't
knew
order
what
her
she
same
did.
meal.
See, that's what people don't understand. I learned that the hard way. But when you change your pattern,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Pattern,
shit
bringing home
is-
cakes.
you
and
got to keep
pies.
everything the same. Don't go buy no new
Yeah.
underwear and shit like that.
Nothing.
Nothing.
What?
The new underwear, keep it in your purse or in the car or something like that.
Yeah.
And then wear the old raggedy ones when you leave the house.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Have
I
a
think
to-go
she
bag.
thought that he wasn't that observant. She had to, because I feel like Lyle looks
And
very
see,
aloof.
that's where you underestimate them, ladies.
Yeah, that's what she did.
Listen
She
to me.
underestimated
That's
him.
because I've been there. You be like, oh, he ain't paying attention. He could care.
Yeah, she's like, you're
This
aloof.
nigga
You're
was
not. You don't
watching,
got your
okay?
thing on. Whole time he knew.
We was watching.
Poor
I was
Lyle.
watching.
Star 69 and everything.
I think,
Okay.
do you think she should have focused in more on her relationship with Lyle? I mean, what was wrong
When they
with
start
Lyle?
to get to the whole, can you buy me the hacksaws?
Yeah.
I would have had to stop then and there.
'Cause you know,
Cold
what are they
turkey.
doing with these damn
Maybe she
things?
can kind of lean into that relationship with Lyle.
I would.
She
That's what I
should've
would have
went-
leaned in
I
because he
think she should've
tried.
He
Right.
was really trying.
Yeah.
She
Right.
should have put some work in with Lyle. I think
Mhm.
that's the thing. I think she was taking Lyle for granted. Like she was saying he was taking her. I think she was taking Lyle for granted. I mean, I think she knew that Lyle was going to be there no matter what.
Yes.
So she just, I mean, you have a lot of nerve to say, if you're cheating on me, I'm gonna leave your ass, and you cheating on that person. Like, so
Yeah.
she just felt that she had Lyle in the bucket, I think,
Right.
and she knew that she felt that Lyle was taking her for granted, when she was really taking him for granted.
I don't
think.
know her words. I feel
Because she
like
knew he wasn't going to leave.
You know what I'm saying? She like loser kind of dudes, like who you could just break their spirits down and they'll still hang out with you. So that's the type of thing she liked. And she knew that she had control over him. She knew, yeah, she caught him. She just knew. She caught him a mile away. Even when she was cheating on her husband with him. She knew from the very beginning, this nigga never gonna leave me, no matter what I do. And that means I can do whatever I want. And I'm gonna take advantage of you and do anything I want to do. And you're still gonna be right here for me.
But here's another perspective. Do you think, because we don't know why she cheated on Kenny.
Okay, right.
But she was several times. Because remember, Kenny, her first
Kenny was
husband,
poor.
said he had forgiven her for
You
cheating.
would not have me on my knees
Several
in the
other
woods.
times.
He did.
He had forgiven her.
She's an nymphomaniac.
She might be.
You're not gonna do it.
That she might be.
She's a
None of them
nymphomaniac. She has to
because
be.
she had those several.
This is
other
not the first time she did this after prison. She probably had other boyfriends before
You
this.
think so?
Well, he came out with Kenny. Remember when Kenny found out she was cheating with Lyle? He's like, "How many times
Have you done
am
that?
I going to have to forgive you?"
Yeah,
He
she'd
had
been
forgiven
cheating.
her previously when they were arguing in the
Okay,
parking
she
lot.
has a problem.
She's a nymphomaniac.
Or she thinks that sex is attention and love. A lot of times,
That's
especially
true.
women that are young, you think sex is love and it's not. The attention that you're getting and the sex that you're getting is not love. They just fucking you.
But do you think that maybe she fell out of love with Lyle,
Right.
but that her loyalty to him would not allow her to leave him because Lyle took the punch with Kenny and helped her keep her son,
Yes.
which is why she had her son
She
call
said you took
him
you
daddy
took a
because
punch for me.
He took the punch for her and saved her child, her relationship with her child.
I do
And
think
with all of that, she chose to bang out these two men. And
you
help
can
them
love
escape.
somebody, I think, and she mistreat them. That's literally
Yeah,
what she
I know
did.
that one.
She's on the love and then mistreat. She loves Lyle. She's not gonna, leave.
Yeah.
Well, by
I'm
the
just
grace of God,
saying.
Lyle didn't leave her. So she's not gonna leave Lyle. She's gonna treat him any old way, and she's gonna do what she wants. And at the end of the day, I do think she still loved Lyle.
I did think she had some love for him because you could still love your partner but not be in love with them or not have the excitement that you have.
You can have love for them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They're true.
Like,
Maybe
homie
she has
love
the
a
friendship
friend.
type of
Homie
love
love
for
a
them
friend.
too. Like,
Homie
you're my
love a
friend.
Homie
Yeah.
love a friend.
Yeah.
Like,
So if you guys could rewrite Tilley's ending, what rewrite would you make?
My rewrite is simple as this. As soon as they start asking about them hacksaws and they wrote out the list for me, I would have said, look, this was very fun and cute. We had a good time, but I am not buying you this at all. And I would have left it there. And honestly, they could have told my supervisor too. And it would have just been a lie. What? You gotta believe these guys over me?
And they kill people?
They're killers. What are you talking
I'm
about?
a model citizen. What are you
And I would have
talking
been like,
about?
they asked me to bring them hacksaws.
I was like, what are you talking
They're
about?
crazy.
Right.
Right.
That's what I would
Help
have
me.
did. And I would have just walked away. I'm gonna go work at the other
Right, I went to
facility.
another
I gotta
Taylor
move to the
Taylor
other one.
Or can
And I
we
would've
rotate
never- Yep.
prisoners? Can we rotate prisoners?
And I would have maybe dated me a guard or something. Get you a new boyfriend. Why he gotta be a prisoner? Just date another guard boyfriend who work on the other side of the prison. You never see Lyle. That's fine. Something like that. Like, you don't have to.
That's too
do
stressful.
That.
That's too stressful.
Or get you a boyfriend in town somewhere. Like.
Right.
Do
That part.
something else.
Right.
You don't have to do all. She crashed out. That's what we're calling. She crashed out over 2 inmates. I would have never did the hacksaws.
Yeah.
I
I
would've-
went too far.
We're already out of control with sleeping with both of them. They already took it too far.
I think,
Right.
I don't know, I still would have been a little careful. If I could have rewrite it, don't do it in a place with your man.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Because the gossip is going to get to your man. It's
Yeah.
different if you gossiping about me going in Taylor 9 and my husband don't work here. So then, you know what I'm saying? It's different. Like, I'm like, they
They
just
got
gossip.
something going about you.
You know,
Right.
you know what? But now, right, but
Yeah.
now he work here.
That's
Now
good.
that's how he found out because the old dude start talking.
Right, they
Like,
saying all
right.
they saying.
But then if we don't work in the same place,
The damn
they can be
painting.
gossiping all they want to,
The
right?
painting too.
Just
Even
don't
the
bring it to the
painting.
Christmas party.
Yeah.
You know, don't take them to the Christmas party. Just be like, oh, baby, you ain't got to go. I'm just going to go real quick because, you know.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go see my manager. So you
Right,
see
right.
me.
Yeah, so my man, I'm just going to go in and come out and just going to have a drink. It's going to be boring. You don't want to go. That kind of stuff. Just keep them separated.
Nice and breezy.
Right.
Right.
But see, that's where she messed up. Is they working the same? Now it's gossiping it now. You know what I'm saying? They gossip. They
Yeah,
keep it in. You know.
Well,
Kept it too close.
ladies, that That was great advice for Tilley. This has been an incredible discussion.
Amazing
It has
I
been.
can't believe how fast our
That
time
was
together.
That was good.
Right. Great advice for Tilley. I
Mm-hmm.
tell you. I tell you.
That's how we do it here on the
Yeah.
That's
Poetry
how we do
Justice
it.
Show.
Amen.
The true crime story, a closer look at Tilley. If you all like what you saw tonight, please make sure that you hit like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, to everyone that you know that we're back. Thank you so much, everybody.
Have a
Have a
good
good night.
night.
Have a
Good
good night.
night.
Bye.